Welcome to the show. Throwback Thursday it is. We're back in full effect. We are transmitting live from the city that never sleeps nor slumbers. We call it Lagos City. Like if you're a Lagosian, you understand that Lagosians by 3 a.m., 3:30, 4 a.m., everybody's outside already. Anyways, welcome to the show. My name is Miles, the 8th wonder of the world, and you're welcome to Tea Time on PlusTvAfrica, the only station in the whole universe that speaks it as it is. We have all the biggest and the realest stories right here on the station. And we're transmitting live from Lagos City, like I said earlier. I'm on channel 408 on DSTV. I never do this show alone, but if you join us for the first time, this is called Tea Time. All we do here is talk about everything and anything that is popping and is lacking in the world of entertainment and lifestyle generally. If it's happening out there and people are talking about it, trust us to bring it here and we talk about it. And we don't just come here and say, it have happened. No, we don't do that. We actually dissect and analyze it in a very intellectual manner. Today, I have my team member, the clique leader, the organizer herself, the girl that goes by so many names, the Miss International, a woman of timber and caliber, a woman that has all the money, weighing 250 pounds, a woman of steel and sex appeal. We got Uyime Afia Elijah in the building. What's going on, mama?
I'm good. I'm good.
You should pay me money after this. After that 8 years. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Wavy Kid, I like your t-shirt by the way. Is there a story behind this t-shirt?
No story.
So what's a Wavy Kid?
Wavy Kid. I should have bought it.
From whom? Where's the store of the Wavy Kid? What's it about?
It's a normal shirt, like just normal.
So the normal person sell it to you?
Normal person.
Stories for another day. Anyway, I like it. It's a really cool concept.
Thank you.
I think people should just imbibe into their brands and do better things like this. Anyway, Are you ready for today? Today's Throwback Thursday, by the way. What throwback memories do you have of yourself of your when you're growing up that really just still sticks till date?
Okay, so I remember when this thing, my dad sent me to go and get some, to go and buy something.
Right.
So I went to this malam, and when I went to this malam, I
This
bought.
was like how old were you then?
I think I was 11.
Ooh, that was way back.
So I went to this malam, and I've always known that, God forgive me, these malam people, they are not really smart. Some of them are not. Some of them, they are not. So I now went to this guy, and I told him, I want to buy so. So he gave me finish. I gave him the money. He now gave me back that same money as change.
And what did you do?
I was looking.
This is where fraud starts from. So you didn't even return it to him.
Return. I told my dad, funny enough, that thing was, normally he was supposed to give me 100 naira. So he gave me back 1,000 naira. So that day.
But you told your dad?
I not tell him anything.
So I
spent the whole
900
money.
and you returned.
I not give my dad anything. I just gave him what he asked me to buy. And I took the whole money. But I still, anytime I remember, I'm always
so
like.
So moving on, if you guys feel or have any reasons that, or you hear stories about Uyime being locked up, it started from a very young age. These are the things that happen. Now, one of my memories from way back is a time when I think I almost killed myself. In a sense, it was not a suicidal thing. It was just something we saw on TV. Myself and my kid brother, we're just two kids from my family, right? So we were practicing the whole jacuzzi experience and all that, and we had drums in our house where they reserve water. So my mom had gone to work, my dad had gone to work, the housemaid was there, was sleeping. So I told my brother, I went into the water tank. How old was I? I was like a 10 or 10 or about. I went to the water. I told him to lock me there. I'm not joking. This is not film tree. So him being a young boy, I'm 5 years older than my younger brother. He did the thing and did what his elder brother told, and he locked it. And I was literally drowning. I don't know what we're seeing. Carried my papa come back home house. He had gone to work. I just woke up in the hospital, sha. He turned over the drum and broke the chain. It was like he forgot a file. And that's why he came back to get it. If not, it would have been a story for another day.
Jesus, Miles.
And trust my mother. Instead of I want to be pampering, it beats.
She beats the hell out of me.
Anyways, you can be part of the conversation by calling in on 09098 408 408 and share your opinions on everything and anything we might be talking about today. Don't worry, your opinion counts. It's a free and fair election at this table. Now, let's get into some videos that caught our attention. We always do that. We find some videos very hilarious and sometimes we find it questionable, so we just bring them to your notice. Let's see these videos one after the other. We'll be back.
You have come to the right place.
I need to be fixed in a week.
Me, I am a professional. So there's this guy, he's called Kevin. I helped him. He was trying to commit suicide. Did Kevin commit suicide? Tell me, what's up?
I know all of my issues. Environment issues, loss of hoodies, loss of Tupperware,
Losses.
overall loss of peace of mind.
So you are a loser. Remind me your name.
Zvafa.
Vafa the loser.
But I'm ready to fall in love again.
What happened to your last relationship?
We were in the talking phase for 6 months.
6 months. 6 months. Talking to someone. 6 months. Hello? Gertrude. Bring another body bag.
All right, you're welcome back. I'm going to take this particular video from different angles, right? Okay. Let's talk about this talking stage thing. Everyone talks about the talking stage and the dating pool in Nigeria and in the world. In fact, let me talk about Nigeria that I know about. The dating pool in Lagos, Nigeria right now is really, really stressful. Like everybody's guarded now. Everybody's scared of if I start. I mean, let me just stay my day. Even this talking stage, it's tiring. So how long do you think a talking stage should last for before you guys start a relationship?
Okay, when you say
for you, what do you think?
Okay, when you say talking stage,
right.
Talking stage are of different levels.
Yes.
Honestly
Please,
speaking,
educate me. I want to
so
hear
talking stage are of different levels. They have the one whereby they'll just ask you what's your name, like you get all this kind of thing. What do you like to do? Where do you like to go? Then when talking stage part, I just feel okay for me. Talking stage should just be like 1 week. Now.
Wait, so after 1 week, you guys are allowed to start going to each other's houses?
No.
You guys are allowed to start doing the do's?
No.
Okay.
When they say talking stage, maybe my own
That's what I said for you, yeah.
Talking stage is different too. My own, I see talking stage as how are you? What's your name? But no, that's
I'm okay. I'm good.
What's your name? What do you like doing?
Right.
Who are your parents?
Right.
Where are you from? That's what I see
As
talking stage as. Yeah.
I think I'm with you. The talking stage is the basic introduction of ourselves, our lives, what we are all about, our do's and our don'ts, what makes us tick,
exactly.
and those things that our values and all that. What do you want to know, right? It's to see if I can fit with this person.
So if you cannot, then
so you think 1 week is enough for that?
1 week is enough.
I feel a lot of people are always like, even let me talk about myself.
Okay.
Some of us, we shield back the things we let people know so early because of some past experiences we've had, so we don't let people know everything immediately. So we just hold back. Like once I start feeling comfortable with this person, I'll start letting the person know this or that or that.
Yeah, obviously you will not tell everybody.
I've been in a talking stage with someone, and I think the first week or first few days, it just came like, I was just registering. And I said, even my daughter, like, you have a daughter? I was like, yes. Why did you say that? I was like, we just started talking. Yes, I do have. That's a no for me. I'm sorry. I'm not castigating her the fact that she doesn't want to be with somebody who has a daughter or has a kid, but the fact that why is that a problem? I'm telling you now, is that not what we're supposed to do in talking stage? Anyway, moving away from that, therapists. There's so many therapists out there. There's so many people who call themselves therapists and they don't even have a hold of their lives.
Sure.
So that's why I feel sometimes having conversations with parents, family members, right? If you have a personal relationship with your God, is best than
having a human as it
analyzing your life, and they tell you, and some of them don't even know what they want to do with their life. True. All right, so even this one, that lady,
no, that one is someone that one can afford. But we have professional therapists.
Even some professionals don't even know what they're doing. Even some professionals don't know what they're doing. I'm serious.
But you know that now everybody identify as therapists. Some people, not everybody. Do you get the fact that
Angel in the Big Brother Africa house now, she was identifying as a therapist for Soma. And Angel still needs help herself. Exactly.
So the thing is, when you start giving advice to people, and you automatically you feel like, why don't I go into this line of business? Do you get? You know how we give advice to our friends and all, and when we see that that advice is working for them, and you'll be like,
if I say this now, this my friend will vex.
Why don't I go into the line of this? But now, being a therapist goes way beyond just sitting down with your patient.
You have to be a psychologist.
Exactly.
You know how the human brain works.
Exactly. So it's not just about giving people advice. Do this, don't do that.
Because you've given me so many advices and you don't even apply it to yourself. And I'm just saying. Let's see another video that caught our attention, and we're not taking advice from this woman anytime soon. We'll be right back.
About 6 months ago, my neighbor asked me for the Wi-Fi password. I gave it to him because it didn't cost me anything, and because I got along with him. Yesterday, I was walking home, and he was at the door. I stopped to talk a bit as usual, and he happily told me he now had Netflix. At that, I jokingly said, I work hard, barely have time to watch TV, but it's great. If you could lend me your password to watch some shows, I'd appreciate it. A voice was heard in the distance. It was his wife, sitting in the car. We can't give it to him because I'm the one who pays and I can't share it. The man apologized, subheading. I said there was no problem. We kept talking about other things. Shortly thereafter, his wife came out to call him. She seemed very nervous, said the television wasn't working. My neighbor came into the house. I looked out the window. After a few minutes, he and his wife came to call me and told me the Wi-Fi wasn't working, that the password wasn't going in. I looked at them and said, I changed my password because it's me paying and I can't share it. The wife turned red and tried to say something, but I said, ma'am, I have my network and you have your Netflix. Everything is fine. Everyone is happy. They turned around and left, closing the door. They never spoke to me again. This story isn't mine, but here's the lesson I learned from it. Friendship must be mutual. Affection must be mutual. Sharing must be mutual.
All right, welcome back to the show. My director said something just now, like this is a very touching story, and even he felt like even I was touched by it. So when I saw this video, it just brought me to the fact that this is human. Like this is what humans are about. Like it's not even about what you've done for people or how much you've been there for them. They really don't care.
Sure.
Once they need you and you can't even come through for them again at that particular time, they go ballistic. It's just like, okay, so this guy gives you his
Wi-Fi password.
Look, Wi-Fi password is even more expensive than a Netflix password. Netflix, am I going to be watching Netflix 247?
No.
But the Wi-Fi, internet, you're on the internet 247 from
247.
TikTok to Instagram, and TikTok
Snapchat,
consumes the highest data,
data,
followed by Instagram, and you're on all those things. In fact, if you still use my internet to watch your own Netflix, I might watch movies maybe once in a while.
Once in a while.
Even though Netflix has ended password sharing anyway.
No, they haven't.
They have.
But you can still share passwords.
And even if you give somebody your password, now only that person watch, and you that own it, you can't watch it again.
Oh,
Try it.
okay.
Before, if you share, you can guys watch.
Oh, okay,
you
okay,
can't
okay.
once the person is on it. You
it,
can't do anything.
that's
on it.
true.
So the person is done.
It's done.
Anyway, so that's just human nature for you and human love, and it's sad why it's that way. But it's so my what's it called? My philosophy right now is has always been the way, like, do you. What makes you happy? What works for you? Are you harming anybody? Don't harm nobody. Don't hurt nobody. But do you. And let anybody who wants to jump over the bridge go and jump over the bridge. That's your business. But do you, and make sure you are okay, your family is okay. If you can afford it, go. If you can't, you can't. There's nothing you can do about it. I have somebody who's always, hey, I need to do this for, but do you have money right now? I do have, but why are you stressing so much that you have to do this for XYZ person? When that time comes, will these people stand up and do the same for you? Sorry, okay. I've been talking too much, sorry.
No, it's fine. Okay, my own take on this particular video is just like you said, just do you. Now, pay more attention to yourself, because a lot of people tend to go all out for people, but they don't consider themselves. Like, they can use their last money to do something for people, but when it comes to themselves, they don't. I know. And a lot of people try to take advantage of people like this. They take advantage of people like this when they see that, okay, you're always
and they're thinking that this one.
Exactly, and they're always doing. So it's really, really so sad to watch that video and see how the whole thing just turned around. And also, honestly speaking, friendship, relationship, everything has to be mutual.
Mutual.
It has.
And they even stop greasing the person. So they stop greasing him. They stop talking to you like
no. That means you are claiming this self-entitled this thing.
That's the point where
like, exactly.
Bye. It was nice doing business with you.
So just be all about yourself, basically.
Not really. Yeah, be about you, but at the same time, have that space where you have to help people out. But you should be the first priority. You and your immediate household should be your first priority. And
secondly, anything you know that you cannot do for yourself, don't do it for another person.
Oh!
Yes. Anything you know that you cannot do for yourself, go. Don't go and do it for another person.
That's it.
Yeah.
Period. Moving on, let's see another video that caught our attention, guys. We're back in a bit.
These are 3 words in the English language where the spelling of the word makes my blood boil. It's just unnecessary. Number 1 is Wednesday. What's all this in the middle for? It literally could have been spelled like this. Wensday. And that would have been easier for everyone. But y'all want to be special. I don't like that. Number 2 is a pair of words. Breathe and breath. Breath looks like it should be pronounced breathe, and breathe looks like it should be pronounced breath. But it's just backwards, like the whole English language. It's the same with finally and finale. If you really look at it, that looks like finally, and this looks like finale. But it's backwards. Number 3, this is definitely the worst one. Q. I don't even feel like I have to explain this. The word literally could have been, you added 4 extra letters for no reason. Even if you wanted to be cute and add some letters, it could have just been QUE. What's the extra UE for? I'm getting mad.
Welcome back. I'm sure some of you are watching like, yes, I agree. Yes, I do agree too. There was a time we had a production here at work, and there was a word. It was BID, bid, bide, bidding, biding. It was a period when the great Pele, the legend, was passing away from the earth, going to the great beyond, and the lower third was like, oh, Pele bids good farewell to the world, and my MD comes around like, he that's the thing with MD. He will explain it to you first, and he said, you know what, I understand, English can be really tricky, but you also have to be masters at it. Like, yes, bids, biding, sometimes it sounds like biding, sometimes like you have to be very aware.
Yeah.
So if you are not sure, just go with simple words.
Simple words, yeah.
That you can understand. There's so many English words that just, where's that Wednesday? What's all that other one I say?
There's even this one, advice and advice.
Oh, you know, there's one is an action word, and so those ones even understandable.
Honestly speaking, see, English language is very, very hard. I used to think it was mathematics, but mathematics is not. Mathematics is just number.
Numbers. Once you can solve numbers with math,
exactly. But
good.
You see, English, you need to. Okay, there's this colleague of mine, Mr. Justin. He's always when you pronounce a word, he will tell you no. That's not how to pronounce.
Don't mind that fish.
He say Plumber. He said it's not plumber.
It's plumber.
Plumber.
Oh, yeah, that one's.
Then there's this other. So many words.
And you'll be wondering, like, why is the
like,
B absent from the
that was
plumber?
what they taught us in school when we were growing up.
Exactly, plumber.
Plumber, and or if not because of this profession where you need to, sound professional and all. Plumber. You get
exactly. But yeah, English is a really broad and tricky.
And there's another word.
What?
There's another word again.
Which one?
Toxicity. Yeah, that
particular no, that word. There's nothing wrong with that word. It's just the fact that it sounds like a tongue twister. There's nothing wrong with that word. Calm down.
Toxicity.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah, now. Anyways, what I'm gonna say now, if you're not sure some words, just use the normal everyday words. The normal I'm going, I'm coming, I have arrived. They do not I have arrived and all. Just be very easy to save you if you're not sure. Do such music. Now let's move into the stories for today real quick because time has been fast spent. The very first story on our list is about the Nigerian police. Even though some people like Nigerian police are not all that, but I still believe in them. The acting inspector general of the police, Kayode Ogbetokun, has appealed to Nigerians to desist from taking complaints against police officers to social media. Now, the police chief made the appeal while speaking at a shareholders meeting at the headquarters of the police command in Ibadan, Oyo State. Ogbetokun said his mission is to put in place professional, service-driven, rule of law compliance and people-friendly police officers. He said he is desirous of having a police force that would be able to respond adequately to the dynamics of crime and criminality in the society and ensure citizens sleep with their 2 eyes closed in Lagos. Now, going about this, right? Yes, we get it. We get it. You want a better police form. You don't want them to take all this stuff to social media. But we are in a society where every and any time we call the police helpline. You've given us the helpline so many times. Nobody responds. Every time we try to reach out, nobody responds. In fact, in as much as you say police is your friend or they're here to protect you, Nigerians are actually scared of the police force. Well, the average Nigerian, maybe the top people don't even say, like, do you know who my father is? Maybe they'll do. But we, the average Nigerian, we are scared. Once we see a police once I see a police officer, even as much as I don't like their conduct and all that, so I'm always guarded. If I'm driving, once I see a police checkpoint, I'm upset already before I get there. I don't have nothing. I don't have no contraband, or my papers are complete and all. But I'm already upset. Like they're going to say something silly, and lo and behold, they always come up with something annoying. Then it becomes a scuffle. You guys are talking back at each other and all that. So you telling us not to take it to social media. How else are we supposed to let people know what's going? How else? Guess what? By the time you send them a tweet or something, that's when they will respond.
That's when they will respond.
Please.
Okay, now something happened on Tuesday in Abuja. I don't know if it's Gwarimpa or Geriki. Now, 3 unknown gunmen entered into a story building, into an estate rather, and they broke into people's house and they raped valuable, they raped someone, and a neighbor that was living adjacent or close to the estate saw what was going on and immediately put a phone call through. Guess what? He called. Normally, when you're in abroad, when you call the 911, give them like, let's say 20 minutes or thereabouts. 20 is even a lot.
There's always a unit around your neighborhood.
So now this person put out a call to the police department and Abuja. There's a name they called them, and these people did not come till after 1 hour. So these people, these unknown gunmen, they have done what they need to do and they left. And they now came after 1 hour and they were like, what happened? They were now doing like, so when I saw this on social media and I was like, wow. So now you are now coming to say that we should stop taking things to social media. We should do this thing whereby when we know that it is only when we put out these things on social media, that is when. Now, yesterday, the same thing happened in a university in Port Harcourt where boys went into the girls' hostel. They raped 10 females.
But
they injured.
They were not students, well.
I don't know if they were students. They injured a lot of people in the girls' hostels and they put out a call. Please, you guys should come. Where is the security? Where is the police? Like all the security men, where are they? They were nowhere to be found. Now let's look at checkpoints during this Agbongbon bridge. When the whole bridge had issues and they had to take an alternate route and all. Do you get now? And this I was inside an Uber and this man was a cab rather, and he was doing this thing. He was explaining how police and these Agberos were actually working together to steal things from people.
Are you joking?
I'm serious. To steal things from people. He said he was going to drop his mother at the airport, and the next thing, when he got to this particular place, he saw a police van parked one side, and these people just came, not the police, like boys just came and were harassing him.
And the police people were right there.
They were there, they were looking, and they never took.
I'm with you on this. There was a time I had a problem with my car. It was overheating. That was some years back. I was right on that same Akbongbon bridge, descended Akbongbon down to go and join Costain. And I just parked with it. The traffic was heavy. It was heavy traffic. It was heavy traffic. That's why right there, broad daylight, around 2:30 or 3 p.m. and all. I just opened my bonnet and these guys came from nowhere. The police were right there.
And
they didn't move a finger. And the guys were there, give us skinny cover. I'm like, calm down. And I was looking at those ones. They were just looking at me from afar
like they will be looking, even if they even raise a finger.
They were putting their hands in my pocket trying to get money. And do you understand? So the only way I think Nigerians feel safe right now is by
social media,
putting this
honestly
on social media. Oh, sir, please, social things happening here. Can you guys attend to this?
Look at during the NSAS and all. Apparently, it was the social media that even helped the Nigerian youth. Imagine we did not have social media. The advent of social media was not. I wonder what would have happened. So.
Anyway, so we're really, really sorry. I won't say we're sorry, but social media is not going to end. The fact that we're going to take our complaints to social media might not end very soon. But if you give us a reason, if the police force give us a reason and true reasons that we can hold on to not do this anymore, why not? Why we'll live our lives if we feel very safe with the police force. And I'm like, okay, they got us covered. Why would I want to pick up my phone and waste my time? Sir, we not see people.
No.
Anyways, moving away from that, another story that has been making the rounds for the past a week now, and it's heavy on everybody's list. Some people even feel we've not even talked about it enough. Some people feel like they're letting him get away. It's the story of Big Brother Nigeria All Stars. Seyi Awolowo's statement. Now, during a diary session on Tuesday, that's some days ago, Big Brother pointed Seyi's attention to the statement he made in a training video. In the video, Seyi makes known his intention to teach his male children to run trains on people's daughters while conversing with White Money and Soma on BB Nigeria All Stars. But Seyi didn't seem to remember the conversation, claiming to have been drunk during the incident. He broke down in tears as her Big Brother reprimanded him on the All-Star show. He also expressed his fear towards the outcome after the show, adding that he is aware of his dark state and shouldn't have made such a statement, knowing that he has a beautiful wife at home. Big Brother was kind enough to advise him to give an apology to the ladies in the All-Star house. Uyime, we've been having this conversation. I think we've talked about this Seyi matter back and forth and all. After this apology, I saw it yesterday. After this apology, what do you sincerely think?
For me, I would say that the apology was not necessary. Even though he made an apology. Now, when people say, okay, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said this, I shouldn't have said that, I know there are different types of apology. The apology that, okay, let me just say, so it will not be like as if I did not apologize. And there's actually an apology where you are actually apologizing from the bottom of your heart. Do you get? I know. Now, you cannot tell me that you said that thing when you were drunk. Because from the clips we saw, you were not drunk. You were not speaking like someone who was drunk. Like you were legit saying it, and we saw it. So for me, I just feel like you've already said what you want to say, and it's already there on national television. Everybody has seen it, and you've been trending up and down. The thing is, see, honestly, this Seyi issue, I don't even know what to say. He already has a bad record with people and all, and you came out on this reality show and you're saying things that you're not supposed to say. Now, a lot of them keep coming up, I just want to sell my brand. I just want to sell my brand. But honestly, right from day one of this show,
being a misogynist,
right from day one of this show till this very moment, I have not seen any housemates selling brands in that house. All they keep doing is just, spreading negativity around themselves and just doing things that is not even that they're not even supposed to do.
When this edition started, this particular edition with all the All Stars, previous housemates from other seasons of Big Brother, when they gathered them, I was expecting all this drama. Now, firstly, all these people already believe that they are brands. They have arrived. People know me already. I have a followership. I have a huge followership. It's so sad how have you seen my followership on social media? How it's the main thing now. Once you have followerships now, you are somebody, right? Yeah. So they all already believe like, oh, I'm a brand, I'm this, I'm that, so I don't need it. But so coming in here, I want to come and show who I am and all. So I was expecting that. Seyi Awolowo, on the other hand, the Awolowo name, as far as I'm concerned, he has soiled it. He has rubbed it in the mud, and he said, in his words, when he was saying that word that night, those things that night, he said, oh, you people are laughing because you think I'm drunk. I'm not drunk. I know what I'm saying perfectly. The next day, somebody accosted him and said, oh, guy, all those things the way you talked last night, did you remember? He said, I know what I was saying, and I don't feel like I owe anybody any apology. And that was what he said, right? Now you coming to cry crocodile and lizard tears and I don't know, like that is, it just shows some I think a quote or something says a drunk and intoxicated tongue tells no tales. They will say it as it is. True. You go talk as it be. Right? True. So that's out of the abundance of your heart, the mouth speaker. You've said what you want to say.
Now, funny enough, how when that whole statement he made, now the person managing his account posted a video of him. And when I saw that video, I was
What's the video about?
About him apologizing that he's not like that, like just trying to like PR. Let me just say PR, trying to like bring out
damage control.
Thank you. So when I saw that thing, when a colleague of mine was talking, I was like, is AI? Do you get? It's AI, because with the way the whole video was looking, it wasn't even looking like a human being was talking. And we're like, AI. I say now, AI, anybody can. An AI can sit down as Miles
Of course.
and host the show.
Of course.
So I just feel like it's AI. What is all those ones like? You know me very well. I will never say such a thing.
Of
And
course.
all.
So Big Brother House is a joke now. Anyways, I'm gonna say this. Firstly, I'm waiting to this Sunday, the eviction night and everything. I'm waiting to see what will be done, what will be said about this.
Yeah.
What he said is not okay.
Okay, at all.
It is
not.
far from okay. Why he's still in the house, I don't understand. If I were Seyi right now, not that one that Lucy is saying, I would be begging to leave the house. Like, please, I need to get out of here.
I think all of them.
There's nothing right about saying you want your
train
kids,
your
your male
sons
children to run trains.
trains.
You know what a train is?
No, that was
Females.
really. That was really.
Do you understand?
It wasn't
That
nice at
makes
all.
no sense. That is not cool. That is not vibe. That is not being woke or being whatever it is he wants to call
Or
it.
saying strategy or content.
That's not content or strategy.
Exactly.
That is disgusting. That is distasteful in any way possible. So if the organizer firstly gets here, but let's wait till Sunday, or Sharif by himself should just ask for a voluntary, as in not just
exit.
ask, say I want to leave here right now. Somebody in the Big Brother UK or Canada said the N word. Please pardon me to say the word nigger. He said the N word, which is not allowed to use. And he didn't say it in a derogatory manner. He was just referring to someone like, Matt. He said it, and he, in the middle of the night, they packed his things
and they asked him to leave.
He was asked to leave just for that. And that's not what we want here. There's no color discrimination here or derogatory slurs towards race or anything.
Yeah.
We're not racist here. And he also has this, and this man is still there saying he's going to advise his male children. Yeah, I'll give him the house. I'll give him the key to my car. I'll give him the key to the penthouse. To go and run trains.
On females, on girls.
Trains.
Honestly speaking, I just feel like Biggie is just very nice to this house.
I don't even think, I wouldn't say nice. I think these guys have disrespected.
Yes.
They don't even send the Big Brother anymore.
Send him, yeah,
when Big Brother calls for something like, so person, Uyime, report.
You see the way they walk to the diary room. But now, they just take their time.
Relax. I'll reach there when I reach there. Like,
now,
are you guys
during the head of house game on Monday, when Tolani Badge was asked to come and play her own part of the game, everybody did their own. It was nice. She was like, well, Biggie, I know do again. Like, she nailed, like, you could see the disrespect. And I was like, wow, these people, they don't even fear this. They don't even fear him again.
But the thing is that there's been a whole lot of money put into into this particular competition show, and I know the organizers are already tired. But we have to keep going and get it finished. If it was me, somebody like me, like, you know what? Everybody get the hell out of the house. We'll shut it down. You can all go. Thank you for your time. Bye bye. But money has to be made. Yeah. Anyway, let's go for a quick music break, ladies and gentlemen. We've been talking too much. It's passion. It's passion, right? We're going for some really interesting song. It is Throwback Thursday. We just want to remind you that you are getting old. Like, not in a bad way. Age is a beautiful thing. Aging is a very lovely thing. When you get to that age and you're getting ripe, and it's good. You just look back at some days like, in our days. So let's just go back and listen. But this time around, we didn't go too back. We didn't go way back because you may just look at me like, I don't understand this thing.
I'll just be looking at this screen.
Guys, we're going to go back and reset way back and just see some song that used to make our playlist way back in the days before the advent of the Mona Believe. Then, right? We're back in a bit. Don't go nowhere. It's still tea time.